In 1975, agricultural employment in Platte County, Wyoming was declining, and alternative employment opportunities were lacking. Then the Missouri Basin Power Project selected a site about 5 miles northeast of Wheatland for construction of the 1,500-megawatt Laramie River Station. Plans also included building a reservoir on the Laramie River to store water for use by the plant, and construction of transmission facilities to carry power from the plant to consumers. The proposed construction raised significant concerns related to community impacts. The new philosophy in communities faced with sudden, rapid growth is that the inevitable changes must occur in an orderly, well-planned, and properly financed manner. As project manager, Basin Electric Power Cooperative recognized the importance of monitoring, controlling, and wherever possible, alleviating impacts associated with the power plant construction. Basin Electric's Board of Directors established a policy supporting development of impact alleviation strategies. This policy was subsequently adopted as a resolution by the cooperative's membership. An open planning process was then developed to provide a framework within which community and industry cooperatively address socio-economic questions. This approach to impact alleviation begins with a commitment by Basin Electric to keep community leaders and citizens informed. Although certain impact programs were required by state and local legislation, the cooperative often went beyond the requirements to ensure the good of the community. Basin Electric staff in the community assisted in forming the Platte County Task Force as a means of working closely with local citizens and public officials. The primary goals of the group were preparation of the community for efficient and effective response to the needs of both present and future inhabitants and minimization of the negative effects of a potential boom-bust cycle. Throughout the development and growth of Wheatland and Platte County, the task forces remained a viable organization dedicated to maintaining the community's quality of life. It also serves to establish community need priorities and is the primary feedback link in the overall impact management effort. The complete integrated impact management process implemented by Basin Electric is an ongoing effort. The structure allows for continuous changes and adjustments in the process as new needs and priorities are identified or expressed. The effectiveness of the impact management techniques employed can be illustrated by examining the areas of concern and the strategies developed to alleviate the problems. One of the most important considerations addressed by the project staff was that of providing adequate housing, first for the construction workforce and subsequently for plant operations personnel. The first step in the housing mitigation process was acquisition of 180 acres of land adjacent to the southwest boundary of the city. The improvements on this land have provided temporary housing and developed the property for a permanent housing subdivision to accommodate 347 single-family dwellings. Bachelor quarters, or BQs, with dining facility accommodations were provided by the project. They have been used by up to 200 workers who drive from other communities on a weekly basis. The facilities were constructed to allow for resale or relocation. 100 mobile homes purchased by the project have provided housing for construction workers as well as temporary facilities for employees relocating to more permanent housing in the community. An area developed for temporary placement of 375 campers and recreational vehicles will be reclaimed for single-family use after construction is completed. At the heart of the housing project, developed by the Missouri Basin Power Project, is the Black Mountain Village Recreation Center. Created and operated as a facility for workers and their families, the Recreation Center offers a variety of leisure time activities, including a swimming pool, exercise room, weight room, game rooms, and television lounge. Educational facilities were another area of concern to the task force. To complete necessary improvements, the project advanced construction funds to the school district. $5.5 million of new capital school facilities were financed through tax-exempt bonds issued by a nonprofit corporation and guaranteed by the project. Technical and financial assistance was provided, as necessary, to upgrade a variety of public services and to expand the capabilities of several public agencies. Municipal improvements necessary to accommodate projected population increases were funded through a loan obtained from the state of Wyoming and guaranteed by the Missouri Basin Power Project. Throughout the process of identifying issues and developing strategies, the Impact Monitoring Program has been a very effective planning tool. The information provided has allowed planners and decision makers to make adjustments and develop programs that are adequately responsive to the needs of the people. Implementation of impact alleviation programs by the MBPP has had a positive effect on the community and the construction workforce. Community mitigation programs have contributed to higher productivity, lower absenteeism and turnover, and a high workforce morale. Community support fostered through the open planning process has been strong, and efforts to minimize negative impacts have been accomplished in a spirit of helpful cooperation. The impact mitigation phase-out strategies now being developed will ensure minimal community disruption as construction workers leave the area. The phase-out program will also consist of liquidating assets, reclaiming land, selling marketable land, revising the land use plan of a portion of Black Mountain Village to address new housing needs, and providing the community with technical assistance in managing the post-construction adjustment. The open planning process was employed to involve the communities of Mercer County, North Dakota, in the decision-making process with regard to impact alleviation. Recognizing that more than one company was involved in impact programs, Basin Electric Power Cooperative developed and recommended the implementation of ITAT, an inter-industry technical assistance team, to work with local community leaders in addressing impact problems. ITAT is composed of representatives from coal conversion companies and cooperatives. ITAT was organized to provide technical assistance to communities faced with potential socioeconomic impacts in Mercer County. The group monitors the characteristics of the Mercer County construction and operations workforce and publishes a monthly analysis of the construction workforce composition. These reports indicate current workforce statistics, allowing project staff to assess impact alleviation strategies, to adjust programs to meet the changing needs of the community, and to project the best means of accommodating future community and project demands. ITAT also prepares semi-annual projections of the levels of industry population, supporting secondary population and school enrollments. Special reports addressing specific community concerns are prepared upon request. The monthly meetings of ITAT provide a forum for representatives of various special interest groups to express their concerns. The continuous open planning approach encourages open communication between project representatives and the community. The inter-industry approach of working together to solve community problems has resulted in many innovative programs. For example, financing for necessary improvements to the Beulah Municipal Airport was provided through the sale of revenue bonds issued by the Beulah Airport Authority and purchased by ITAT's member companies. The joint workforce housing facility called the Prairie Hills Addition was modeled after the Missouri Basin Power Project's Black Mountain Village development. Prairie Hills is a joint effort involving Basin Electric, developer of the Antelope Valley Station, participants in the Coyote Station, and the ANG Coal Gasification project. All three facilities are being built within a few miles of Beulah, North Dakota. The Prairie Hills subdivision consists of 35 acres within the Beulah city limits. 408 motel-like bachelor units were installed, and a 117-space park for mobile camper vehicles was developed. A dining and recreation complex and storm shelter were included as part of the comprehensive housing development. One unique aspect of the Prairie Hills subdivision is the solar-heated wash house and maintenance building, designed to provide shower and toilet facilities for residents of the recreational vehicle park. The facility uses 924 square feet of collectors, which provide energy for heating the structure and its 1,800-gallon water supply. An electric auxiliary system can be used to maintain water temperatures when necessary. Basin Electric Power Cooperative project offices in Beulah, and until recently in nearby Hazen, North Dakota, provide a direct liaison between project staff, incoming workers, and the community. The overall aim of the Impact Alleviation Program is the same as that of the MBPP Impact Program, to minimize the adverse short-term impact of construction. Basin Electric's open planning process evolved out of necessity and out of the cooperative's sensitivity to the potential problems created by extensive energy development in small communities. The cooperative's ultimate goal is to develop the region's energy resources, providing low-cost wholesale electric power to its member systems. Basin Electric is also committed to maintaining a clean and healthy environment. The cooperative's involvement in the area of impact alleviation reassures the community of industry awareness and concern. Basin Electric's achievements in this area have contributed significantly to the state of the art. The techniques for growth management developed in both Wheatland, Wyoming and Mercer County, North Dakota have become models for addressing impacts throughout the United States.